I decided to do one of my bonuses on color psychology because it's a very, very fun science to think of, and it's very easy to implement because we wear different colors every single day. So the reason why I think color psychology is helpful is because number one, it makes us understand why we're drawn to certain colors, and two, it helps us increase our influence specifically in different emotions. So if we want to portray a certain emotion, we can use color psychology to do that. The studies that I am basing this color psychology on are from two different areas. So first, they're from studies that showed people different pictures and asked them to describe the people in the pictures. Now, the trick to the study was that all the pictures were exactly the same, except they changed the color of tie or dress the person was wearing. And amazingly, even though it was the same person, same picture, people changed their impression or what they thought of that person just based on the color. The other part of the science is based on what we think of when we see certain colors. So psychologists and scientists ask people, what do you think of when you see this color blue or this color red? And they found that there were patterns between the different colors. So that is what I'll be presenting today, the patterns that we found between what people feel when they see a color and how they feel about a certain person wearing that color. All right, let's start with blue. Blue is the color of loyalty, stability, and tranquility. Think of the blue sky. When we see the blue sky, we know we can depend on it. We get very excited about it. It's a great thing to be able to see. So people usually associate blue with those positive feelings of calm and dependability. Another interesting thing about blue is that University of Cretan researchers found that workers make less typographical errors in blue offices than white offices. So blue is a very calming color. We make less errors. If you're choosing your office color, blue is a great one to go with. You'll make less errors. Red. So red is the color of passion, aggression, and intensity. Men find women in red dresses the most attractive. And this makes sense, right? Because when we're in pleasure, we get flushed with joy. So red is a very sexy color, especially for a man looking at a woman. Yellow. Yellow is one of the highest energy colors. Orange is actually the highest energy color, but yellow is the color of happiness, optimism, and youth, very much like the sun when we see the sun. And it is a very young color. So if you want to show that you are a high energy, very optimistic, this is a great color to wear. You'll notice that a lot of fast food restaurants use yellow because they want to appeal to children and they want to show that they're a happy place to be. Green. Green is the easiest color on the eyes, so it is the color of healing, success, and hope. I actually set my computer desktop to either green fields or a green forest because it is the easiest, it's the most restful on the eye. So it's very nice for us to look at. In U.S. culture, it's also the color of money. So it could be one of the reasons why in some of the studies people thought of green as success, but we also associate green with success because it's the color of spring. And so new birth, seeing new plants, so it's a very, also from caveman days, if we saw things growing, it meant that we were going to have food for many months to come. Black. Black is the color of power, mystery, and professionalism or formality. So there was a really interesting study that looked at hockey players, and they found that when the same team, in Canada, hockey teams switch jerseys for when they're playing at home versus when they're playing in a visitor's arena. So they found that when the same team wore black jerseys, they were assessed more penalties. And that is because the researchers surmised that power is the color of aggression. So that when the refs saw a team in a black color, they just assumed they were more violent and then they therefore assessed them for more penalties. So black is a great color to wear, but remember that if you wear all black, it can be seen as very aggressive. Okay, moving right along. Purple. Purple is the color of royalty, spirituality, and luxury. What's interesting about purple is when men were asked, what's your least favorite color, or they were asked to choose their least favorite color out of a lineup, most men dislike purple the most. So purple is their least favorite color, whereas women, purple is one of their favorite colors. So for women, if you want to wear purple, fabulous. You want to wear it to more girl events because men don't like purple as much as we do. Or if you're going to wear purple, make sure that you really rock it because your confidence has to show through. Brown. Brown is the most reliable color, so it is the color of stability, natural, obviously brown occurs in nature a lot, and reliability. This is women's least favorite color. So women find men in brown suits the least attractive. Men don't mind brown as much, but women don't like brown. So I think that's interesting because it's a very reliable natural color. So women should like men in brown, but for some reason we don't. Orange. Orange is the highest energy color, so it's energy, fun, and warmth. It is the best color to wear to work out. They found that it actually stimulates our brain activity and possibly, and this study hasn't been backed enough, our metabolism, but they're working on trying to verify that again. So it's a great color if you want to boost your energy. I always encourage sports teams that if they're choosing a jersey color for intramural sports, they should always try to choose orange because it's very high energy and it's very fun. White. White is the color of purity, cleanliness, and innocence. That makes sense. In many cultures, the wedding dress is white because a bride is supposed to be pure and innocent. Also, a lot of doctors and nurses wear white. We like to see white in hospitals because it shows cleanliness or sterility, which is exactly what we want when someone's talking to us about medical issues. And lastly, gray. So gray is the most neutral, quiet, it's practical, and gray is a great color to wear as a base. So I often will wear black, gray, and blue as base colors, and then I can jazz them up with other colors as I go. This works for both men and women, that if you have your base outfits, so jeans, khakis, a black suit, a gray suit, or a black dress and a gray dress, you can then pick out other colors that are the fillers, what I call fillers. So your next layer is like your shirts, your ties, your jackets that are color, and then you have the top, which are the accessories, so belts, shoes, and scarves. So that's a way that you can think about adding color on top of bases that are like the basic colors, the neutral gray, professional black, reliable brown. So I hope that these are interesting for you. Again, my goal here is not to make you paranoid about colors you wear. I actually just want to make it easier for you that when you have a big event, a date, networking, that this just helps you narrow down your choices. So instead of saying, what should I wear today? Think about, what do I want to portray today? So if you're going on a date and you want to be seen as loyal and reliable, blue would be a great color for you to wear. If you are going into a pitch meeting and you want to be seen as powerful, black would be a great color to wear. So I just want you to start thinking about colors in that sense, and hopefully that will actually make your choices easier. It's also a very fun conversation topic. So when you're thinking about your story toolbox, colors is another great one to bring up, because you can often say, I love that blue shirt that you're wearing. I just heard this crazy thing about color psychology, and that becomes part of your story toolbox. I also have for you a little cheat sheet if you want to print out a one-page and put it on the inside of your closet door. I have this on the inside of my closet door, and it helps me remember what each color means so that when I'm trying to figure out what to wear, I can easily look at it. So we have that for free for you attached to this video.